Bethel College is unique in all of higher education in its choice of the threshing stone, or thresher, as its college mascot. At the opening convocation this year, new students touched a threshing stone to mark their beginning at Bethel, and at commencement, graduates typically touch the threshing stone as they enter the stadium for graduation. So, it is fitting that we give the name Thresher to our award for outstanding and sustained contribution to performance areas, for outstanding creative achievement in the applied sciences, or for completion of an outstanding and substantial academic project. More specifically, here are the criteria for those students who merit the Thresher Award. Number 1, truly outstanding and sustained contribution in performance such as music, visual arts, drama, debate, or forensics. Or, number 2, a truly outstanding creative achievement in the applied sciences. Or, number 3, completion of a truly outstanding and substantial project in any academic department. The project should establish the creativity and high standards of the nominee. I am pleased and proud to introduce you to one of our Thresher Award recipients, announced by a faculty member of the department, presenting them with a 2020 Thresher Award.
The biology department is blessed with good students. They work hard. You can find them late at night or early in the morning, counting colonies, counting flies, water seedlings, or removing connective tissue from cats so they can see the muscles better. Many of our students produce outstanding senior thesis projects. Many of them excel in performance areas like student government, service projects, and other choir, sports, etc. So it is very difficult to pick a student that clearly stands out from the rest. However, if I were to pick a student who excelled in most of these areas and embodied the spirit of a liberal arts education, I would have to pick Naomi Epp. She has excelled academically. The quality of her work is just heads and shoulders above most other people. And not only that, her enthusiasm in class, her enthusiasm in lab, it's infectious. It is, I guess, sometimes annoying, but so refreshing. She has produced an excellent senior thesis based on a project that she did this past summer in a university in Georgia. She did such a good job that she was able to continue that project for her senior thesis, so she could get not just a research experience for undergraduates, but also get her thesis out of that. Also, for the past 3 years, she has worked as a TA in our department. She has done an outstanding job in that regard. She plans, she reminds the professor of things that, I know I forget many things. She helps. It is just amazing. It's a joy to have her as a TA. In fact, it was this quality of her work as a TA, not just in prepping, not just in planning, not just in doing whatever I told her, but in helping the students understand difficult concepts, that in her enthusiasm, really, and the enthusiasm is what is the most infectious part, and the fact that she can have empathy even with students who are frankly not very interested in the topic. So all those things are the things that impress me the most. So I think the legacy for her is in touch lives. We estimate that she has touched the lives of there about 219 of her fellow students just by being in class with her. I don't know if any of you have been in class with her before, but you cannot ignore being in a class with Naomi, especially in a lab class, because she usually is the one talking the loudest in the most animated voice. Also, we have estimated that she has touched the lives of there about 206 people, students, in the labs where she TA'd, where she carefully prepared media, where she carefully help people, do projects where she watered plants and had them ready. So for all those things, all the lives that she touched, that is the legacy that she has left for us at Bethel. Thank you so much, Naomi, for all those years of service with us.
Departments of Psychology and Athletic Training at Bethel College are pleased to recognize Ryan Lacombe as the recipient of a 2020 Thresher Award. Ryan is graduating with a double major in natural sciences with a senior thesis advised by the Psychology Department and Athletic Training, and he is from Abilene, Kansas. Ryan is a deserving candidate of this award for several reasons. First, he has sustained a stellar academic record, including a high GPA and impressive performance in a wide variety of courses, from applied athletic training courses to theoretically complex courses in other departments, such as a course in abnormal psychology, which showcases his well-rounded breadth of knowledge and growth. Second, Ryan has been dedicated to gaining experience as a healthcare provider through both applied work as an athletic training student and his independent research on ankle injuries and recovery in athletes, during which he conducted a nearly 2-year-long study that concluded in spring 2020. The study has required extensive knowledge of anatomy, physiology, kinesiology, and measurement of injury, as well as significant data collection and data analysis skills. Lastly, Ryan has demonstrated well-developed soft skills when working with peers, faculty, and staff. Ryan's professionalism, enthusiasm, communication ability, and good-natured spirit make him easy to work with, and his leadership as the head of his research groups over the years has allowed him to grow and shine. We're pleased to present this prestigious award to Ryan and look forward to what he goes on to achieve in the future. Congratulations, Ryan.
Damon Clausen and I are pleased to present the 2020 Thresher Award in Theater to Madison Hofer Holderman. Madison's acting debut on the Bethel College stage was in the 2016 Fall Festival drama, The Last Night at Ballyhoo. She played Sunny Freitag, a 20-year-old college student from an affluent Jewish home in Atlanta. It's 1939, and as Hitler's anti-Semitic purge is surging overseas, Sunny begins to recognize the prejudice in her own family when she starts dating the other kind of Jew. That is, one with Eastern European roots, unlike the well-bred German Jews in her household. As I watched Madison's artful depiction of Sunny's journey towards enlightenment, I had my own discovery moment. This young woman was meant for the stage. And indeed, she returned to the stage in Crable Auditorium again and again. And again. If you attended any main stage production at Bethel in the past 4 years, you've seen Madison working her magic in every performance. After Sunny, she showed off her musical comedy chops in the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. She played Schwartzy, a liberal, lisping, left-wing junior high student whose hovering dads pressure her to do whatever it takes to win the bee. Madison rounded out her freshman year playing Mary in the play Unity 1918. She convincingly evoked the adolescent Mary's vulnerability as she copes with the town's mounting death toll during the 1918 Spanish flu epidemic. I wonder how Madison might have fine-tuned that role if she'd played it in the spring of 2020. In her sophomore year, Madison brought humor and pathos to her role as a devoted disciple in the musical Godspell. Her devotion to the Jesus that she followed around on stage continues to this day. Madison's extraordinary versatility was next on display in Clybourne Park, a searing comedy about the relationship between property, history, and racial hatred. The play requires actors to play different roles in each act. In Act 1, which is set in 1959, Madison was Beth, a housewife whose chirpy, bustling exterior masks her grief and despair over the suicide of her only son. Then in Act 2, set in 2009, she became Kathy, a brash, self-absorbed lawyer who is painfully ignorant of her own privilege. In the role of Kathy, Madison achieved the quintessence of cringe comedy. In Madison's junior year, she died as Beth in Little Women, the musical, only to rise again in This Random World, playing a depressed 29-year-old Claire who almost died again. But fortunately, Claire sucked at death. In this, her final year at Bethel, Madison was featured in the Fall Festival production, A Shayna Maidel. Again, she captivated audiences with her masterful portrayal of Lucia Wise, a Holocaust survivor struggling to reconnect with her sister and father who fled to New York before the war. Madison's emotional agility was on display as her character moved through a series of memories and fantasies that recreate the joys and horrors of Louisa's life before the Holocaust. A life her father and sister never knew. In March 2020, Madison concluded her Bethel acting career, playing the role of Julie in the musical The Theory of Relativity. Julie is a cat lady who must convince her feline family to accept into their home a human companion, her fiancé Paul, who is deathly allergic to cats. Though Madison herself is allergic to cats, her winsome interpretation of the role sparkled with authenticity. Sadly, COVID-19 ended the run of The Theory of Relativity one night early. Nonetheless, Madison's record of stage accomplishments remains untarnished. She has shown exceptional dedication, maturity, and depth of understanding about the craft of making theater. Her excellence is a testament to her acute instinct for acting, her exceptional tenacity, and her genuine receptivity to critique. Thank you, Madison, for the way your 4-year tour of the Bethel stage enriched our lives. Congratulations on your Thresher Award.
2020 Thresher Award for Georgia Anderson. And Georgia has been a dependable, conscientious, and hardworking student in her classes at Bethel. She has been an invaluable assistant in the ceramic studio and could be called upon to make clay and glazes and to fire the kiln. She would always make herself available when asked to help out in the gallery, hanging exhibits or helping with the artist receptions. Georgia always seemed to be around, and in a good way, because we could count on her. However, it is for the work on her senior project that warrants this award. For her senior project, Georgia worked through a myriad of design choices and technical disasters to come up with an incredibly cohesive vision and a visual statement with her ceramic pieces. Her first body of work was built this fall semester, and having dried for months, was loaded into the kiln and fired at the beginning of the spring. It was an unmitigated disaster. Her work came out of the kiln in shards. I immediately knew it was the result of the clay body not having a sufficient variety of particle sizes to withstand the thermal shock of the firing. After some time to mourn the loss of her pieces, we put our heads together, talked with other clay artists in the area, and came up with a new and improved clay body. With this new clay, she set about making a whole new body of work and really improved upon what she had already started. This work really highlights the attention she placed on both the inner and outer surfaces, of how movement is created through the placement of a spiral. To date, most of her new work has been successfully bisque fired, and in the coming weeks, we will finish them using the salt kiln. What impresses me most about Georgia's working method and attitude is her ability to consistently move forward. In dealing with other senior projects at Bethel, this rarely happens. The natural trajectory of most senior projects is a haphazard one at best, with many starts and stops, and the old adage, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, generally applies to even the best of our artists. This was not the case with Georgia. She quickly figured out what she wanted to do, selected the design language she was going to use, and started plugging away. It is my feeling that this current body of work could easily be the springboard into any graduate program in the country. It is that strong. What a wonderful experience it has been for me to work with you these last 4 years. I love your attitude and energy. Good luck in the Peace Corps. I hope your talents are used to transform the world around you. Please stay in touch. I will always remember your time at Bethel as an enriching experience for me, your energy and creative spirit to be greatly missed by our community. And finally, I hope there is a graduate program in your future. So take care and thank you.
My name is Brad Bourne, Professor of English, and I am delighted to present this award. For truly outstanding and sustained academic excellence in English studies, and for completion of a truly outstanding and substantial senior thesis, Justice M. Flint is granted Bethel College's most distinguished academic award, the Thresher. Justice arrived at Bethel College 2 years ago, having completed her associate's degree at a community college and determined to finish her bachelor's degree in English in 2 years, en route to graduate studies and an academic career as an English scholar. Justice has had a plan, and she has executed it with personal resilience, hard work, and intellectual enthusiasm. While working 2 jobs to pay for her undergraduate degree, she has excelled in the classroom, demonstrating a unique combination of intellectual vigor, creative thinking, and deep engagement with literature. Her formal written scholarship has been exceptional, ranging across very different content. For example, a study of marriage in George Eliot's Middlemarch, an exploration of cross-cultural hybridity in James Fenimore Cooper's The Last of the Mohicans, a structuralist reading of Joseph Conrad's The Heart of Darkness, using the linguist Ferdinand de Saussure and theorist Roland Barthes, an analysis of how Ralph Allison's Invisible Man negotiates different visions of history, and a fine post-structuralist essay using Jean Baudrillard's concept of simulacra to discuss the film Dunkirk. As a professor, I have appreciated Justice's capacity to comprehend and synthesize a wide range of new ideas, and I have also admired her self-assertion, evident in her outstanding senior thesis project titled "Conventionality is Not Morality: Christian Independence in Jane Eyre." In that essay, Justice argues that modern interpretations of Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre too often minimize the importance of Christian theology and personal faith to Jane's character development, and thus misread the faith-driven feminism in the novel. In a prospectus for her project, when asked to explain why this project is of value, Justice promised that her scholarship would foreground, quote, "the theological commitment of its author and the surprising ways in which her heroine negotiates the tensions of being a gifted and independent-minded woman who is also devout and sincere in her faith," end quote. Those words aptly describe Justice herself. Justice is a tireless worker, a serious thinker, a keen reader, a gifted writer who aspires to become a scholar and teacher. Baylor University has rewarded Justice's achievement with generous financial support for her graduate studies in English beginning this fall. Justice, thank you for making Bethel College a part of your plan. Thank you for modeling such excellence in your academic work here. And best wishes to you as you take the next step in your journey. Congratulations.
The Jerry Sieber Outstanding Service Award is given to a faculty or staff member each year at Bethel College that goes above and beyond in their contributions to Bethel College athletics. This award is designed to honor and recognize someone who has done monumental help for Bethel College athletics, not only in games and activities, but also in their help with student athletes specifically. The winner of the Jerry Sieber Service Award goes to Doug Siemens. Doug has made a great impact within Bethel College athletics for many years now, most notably as the voice of the Threshers as doing PA work for both football and basketball games. He's improved greatly throughout this over the past years as you see his passion increase each and every year. He is loyal, dedicated, and one of the greatest Thresher fans that we could ever imagine. Congratulations, Doug, and thank you for not only helping within games, but also in your help with all of Bethel College athletics and your contributions to Bethel College and our student athletes on a daily basis. We thank you and appreciate you very much.